What up, YouTube? I wanted to show you what I learned today, and I hope it helps somebody else out. This is the week before Christmas, and this is not a week that I would like to spend $200 on a refrigerator repairman. And I started looking up on YouTube, and I found a whole lot of very good information, a lot of good videos on how to repair this problem I had of ice and water underneath the crisper drawer. I did not see my exact model. So there you are, rf260. French doors with the bottom freezer. And one of the things that I encountered right away was I didn't see anybody show a posting on how to take the refrigerator apart. And I didn't know how to get this bottom shelf off. And that is a must in order to get to the screws that take off the back panel where the repair is necessary at. So what I found was right here. There's a tab on both sides of that drawer. And you have to press them both down and then lift and pull slightly, and then it should drop down and slide out for you. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back on. With that completely out of the way now I can access these three bottom screws and the one that's behind this little cover right here. And you can do that fairly simply with a Phillips screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver to pull the little cover off of this one. With those screws removed, I did remove this bracket as well. I left the top screw in it. There are little indications of where clips are. It's hard to see them, but you can see them with the camera along both sides. Now, I've already done the repair. I'm just going through and showing you how to take it apart and what I did. So I'll pull the cover off. You got to do it gingerly the first time especially, and after that it should come apart a little easier the next time. Now I pulled that cover back, and there are a couple wires in there that have to be disconnected from this cover. And there are just a couple little clips. It shouldn't fight you too hard to take it off. So they can only go on one way. So you just take note of what they look like, and then you can put them back when you're done. So this is the compartment with the elements in there. Just like in the other videos, they point out that is your heating element that's going around. And there it is. This piece right here was way over here and bent all up. It is supposed to be down and inside this hole right here. You can't hardly see the hole with it in the way now, but it's supposed to go down in that hole. What I found was this whole area was completely frozen over and full of ice. So the fix on YouTube that I found was to take copper wire and just wrap around the element and stick it down in that hole. That will keep it from being pushed around by any ice buildup, and it also should give you a depth at which ice should not build up at all. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit before I put it back together and plug it in, but I see no issues here. This should be very sufficient in keeping the water from freezing in that hole. All it is that water has to go down through that drain hole so it can go to the evaporator. Now with that cleaned up, I'll put the pieces back together in the same order that they came apart. So I really didn't see a video that had this exact backing on it. So that's why I wanted to do this video, is just to give somebody that little bit of extra confidence that yes, you can do this. Just because all the other refrigerators on there had their own showing, it's still basically the same thing, same issue going on with that water leaking down into the bottom of the refrigerator and then freezing. So I won't leave you guys hanging either. I will update this video and let you know how it went, but I'm very, very confident in it.